Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome to another episode of Around the Reef. Guys, I've been dying to make this episode because the Dodgers won the World Series. Yeah, no, they did. They did. They beat the New York Yankees in 5 games. That's all it took. A gentleman's sweep. And it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I was lucky enough to actually be there for games 1 and 5, the two most legendary games of the series, in my opinion. And it was just insane. As a sports fan, I love the Dodgers. They are my favorite team. For me, it's like the Dodgers are at the top and then Lakers are like below that. I still love the Lakers too, but the Dodgers for me, because I played baseball, the Dodgers will always hold a special place in my heart. And I know they won the championship in 2020, but that was during COVID and no real fans were there, like only like a select few. This was the first time they really won the championship in my lifetime, in my opinion. Okay, this is like the first championship that nobody can talk shit on, honestly. Like this is we met expectations. I can't believe it. I said before this series, or I said before this season that if the Dodgers don't win it this year, I'm going to be a little upset. And sure enough, they pulled through. Obviously, we signed my homie Shohei Ohtani to the biggest contract in sports in North American sports history. And he delivered a championship. He was just that final piece that we needed to put us over the top. And besides getting Shohei, we also had Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who's the most expensive pitcher of all time. He contributed. He was a very important piece to the playoff run. And a few other dudes that we signed that just came up big, and it was just like money well spent, basically. But it was just insane, Okay, I want to talk about game one, of course. Game one, I was there. I was with my homies Ty and Johnny P. And it was the craziest baseball game I've ever seen. Okay, it's the only time that a World Series game has ended in a walk-off grand slam. Okay, Freddie Freeman, who ended up winning World Series MVP basically because of this bomb right here. The Dodgers were just losing the whole game. Okay, the Yankees were throwing this guy Garrett Cole. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he is just nasty. Okay, it's hard to score off this dude. And the Dodgers were losing basically the whole game. I mean, it was a back and forth game, but and by the way, the place was just electric. I mean, game one of the World Series, Dodgers and Yankees. You're talking about two of the most iconic franchises in all of sports, and they meet in game one. And you also have just like the biggest stars in the sport, like Shohei, Aaron Judge. There was a lot of Yankee fans at the Dodger game one. I was actually sitting in front of some Yankee fans, and I'm not going to lie, they were talking shit the whole game. And it didn't help that their team was winning, so I couldn't really say too much. When I go to sports games, I'm a respectful fan. Okay, I root for the home team. Unless like in game 5, which I'll get to, I didn't wear a Dodger jersey to game 5, partially for my own safety, but also because, I just don't want to bring that heat on me. But anyways, there was like these Yankee fans sitting behind me in game 1, and they were chirping the whole game. And fast forward to the very end, we had the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th inning, I believe. And they bring in this pitcher, Nestor Cortez. Yes, Nestor Cortez is a starting pitcher. I remember when they brought him in, I was thinking like that might not be the best move because he doesn't exactly throw that hard. He's a starter, okay? He has no real like experience coming out of the bullpen. And he's facing Freddie Freeman, who can actually hit left-handed pitching. And sure enough, he leaves a pitch right over the middle, and Freddie Freeman hits this ball, and immediately everybody in the whole stadium could tell that it was going to be a home run, right? And the place went into absolute pandemonium, okay? It was the happiest I've ever been in my life, honestly. I was jumping up and down. And I'd been saving all my shit talk for if we won. And I turn around to the Yankee fans behind me and I just yell, "You can forget about it! Forget about it! Forget about it!" Because they had the Italian accent. They were just like, "Come on, Judge, get a hit." And they were chirping at me too. They had it coming. Okay, the people behind me were very rude in my opinion, so I let them have it. But yeah, no, it was the craziest thing. I think it's like I said, the first walk off grand slam in World Series history. I mean, the only thing you can really compare it to is Kurt Gibson's 1988 home run off Dennis Eckersley in Game One. That was back in 1988. I mean, that's the only thing you can really compare this to. I mean, it was absolutely historic, and just to be lucky enough to be there to witness that is something I'll never forget as a Dodger fan. So anyways, I knew that I like New York also. Okay, so I like the city. I like obviously I live in LA, but like I like New York too. So, and I have a friend named Brett who also lives in New York, and he's very generous enough to supply his couch. So whenever I want to go over there, he lets me sleep on his couch over there. So obviously, when I saw the Dodgers playing the Yankees for Game 5, or for in the series, and there was going to be a Game 5, it just worked out with my schedule. Like I could go to Game 5. So, sure enough, I bought some tickets, and I had no idea that Game 5 was even going to happen because the Dodgers went up the first 3 games they won. So it was looking like it was going to be a sweep. And I was freaking out because I bought tickets for Game 5, and they're going to win it in Game 4. And just the way my schedule worked, I had to fly there before I knew there was even going to be a Game 5. So I was really like taking a leap of faith, taking a chance that there was going to be a Game 5. So it's kind of funny. I was actually rooting for the Yankees in Game 4 just to make sure I got to, go to the game. But so anyways, Yankees won Game 4. Woo! Thank God. So we could go to Game 5. And it was just, it was awesome as a sports fan, as a Dodger fan, to watch a World Series game in New York at the new Yankee Stadium. It was an experience I'll never forget. Yankee fans, they're very proud. They're very proud fans. There's a lot of them, by the way. If there was like 45,000 people at Yankee Stadium, I'm going to say maybe like 4,000 of them were Dodger fans. The rest were Yankee fans. Like sitting around me, they were all Yankee fans. And like the Yankees would do something good, like a guy would hit a home run, and all these Yankee fans would like turn around trying to like high five me. And I'm just like, dude, no, like I'm not really with you guys, man. Like, But eventually the Yankees just kept doing so good. They kept hitting homers that the guys were like, come on, man, give me 5. And eventually I was like, oh, fine. All right, whatever. But yeah, no. So fast forward in Game 5, it's looking like the Dodgers are going to lose. I'd already kind of decided like, okay, we're probably going to lose this game. However, the 5th inning comes around, and due to a series of unfortunate events for the Yankees, the Dodgers tied the game up in the 5th inning. Just this miraculous comeback, just pure luck. A couple errors, a walk, whatever, a couple clutch hits too, and we tied it up. And then, we just kind of grinded out that last like couple runs, and that's what it took. And I'll tell you what, if you love sports, watching the team that you like the most win the championship and celebrate on the field and do the trophy presentation is just insane. Words can't really describe what I was feeling in that moment when I saw the Dodgers win. Because like I said, I mean, I barely count 2020. This was a real championship, and I saw it in person, and I thought I was even going to get a little emotional when I saw him win. And I did a little bit, but it's just like I was at the game. I wasn't like I almost didn't allow myself to get emotional, but I did think for a second I would when I saw them win. It was a really special thing. But yeah, my thoughts on the season in general. I mean, look, the Dodgers did what they needed to do. I mean, I said it before. I was like, I'm going to be disappointed if they don't win it. And you know what? They met expectations, which is something that, in sports, it doesn't always happen. Shohei Ohtani delivered a championship. There was all the pressure in the world on this guy, and he did it. The manager, Dave Roberts, I feel like, people were really coming down hard on this guy. And, like I said, he delivered a championship. I mean, it kind of gets him off the hook, in my opinion. Once you win, you're off the hook. And one last note that I wanted to say, or question I wanted to answer: will the Dodgers repeat as World Series champions? The answer is yes. Yes, they will. You're witnessing the beginning of a dynasty. So anyways, guys, I can't wait to catch you another time on Around the Reef.
Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.